freedom is this. Freedom without law is anarchy. True freedom must have boundaries. Democracy, therefore, needs a reference to protect it against its own self-implosion. And this is why we need a strong, stable, spiritual reference. The day this nation decides that they don't need God, as far as I'm concerned, the Bahamas is finished.
I agree, brother. Thank you, Elder.
Politician David said this. He was a politician. He said, "Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord." In other words, there are many gods, including humanism. He said, but the nation who chooses
the Yeshua,
Jehovah God as
that's
their
the word
Lord,
you look upon. Yeshua.
that nation will be blessed.
Absolutely.
Powerful stuff. Let me take the
Powerful
final call this afternoon before I let the good gentleman go.
Yours truly, Amos
Copy,
Miller.
how are you?
Hey, Steve.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Israel.
Thank you so very much for taking my call and getting to the point because you're done late. This is awesome. The preamble, this is what you're saying all along. Steve, in your different commentaries over the years, what nation building is all about. I am proud of you, Steve, when you analyze where you come from, where you came from. You remind me of, and your last comment you played with the good former Governor General and Ackland's man. You see how Ackland's brothers are stake. Amos is from there. My grandfather sat as a president for 52 years in one of our associations.
Great God Almighty.
Steve, the Miller name is a
Amen.
beautiful name when it comes to standing up for principle, especially spiritual principle.
Hallelujah.
I want your people to remember the preservation of our freedom, according to our colonial slave masters, were to only be guaranteed to us by a national commitment to self-discipline, industry, loyalty, unity, and an abiding respect for the spiritual Christian values and the rule of good law, not corrupt law. So I am happy for Steve to be at the forefront in Bahamian history, leading the way for the generation unborn. My heart, spiritual heart, is off to you, Steve. God bless you. The Bahamian people bless you. And may your station grow from grace to grace in this holy time.
Amen.
Bahamian history. Thank you.
Amen.
I appreciate it. Thank you so
Amen.
much. And of course, all of the
Hallelujah.
good words we accept
Absolutely.
humbly, and we know that we're about trying to build
Thank
a
you
nation,
too,
as
Steve.
is
Thank
Mr.
you again.
Storr and Mr. Martin. Married
Thank
to
you,
a
Dr.
Storr,
Myles Monroe.
Vince Martin. And of course,
Thank
they
you,
have been
Brother
a
Vince
part
Martin,
of the
and the
putting
other
together
brother
of
in
this
studio. I'm
document
sorry.
that is going to be
Mrs.
presented as far as
It's going
the
to be great.
Bahamas Faith Ministries and Dr. Myles Monroe is concerned. This is very important.
It is.
We have to come and return again, gentlemen, because I'm going to work you. I might as well tell you now. I like to be upfront with you. We're going to bring you back here several times, so prepare yourselves, because what is happening here is a clear, concise idea that's being expressed that I want to make sure that we as a country are on the same page. Now, I've been searching around to find some lawyers and some doctors and some people, some Indians and some chiefs who can talk with me and help us all understand where we're going. This has landed in my
The Right
lap.
Honorable
That's
Perry
what I
Glass and
meant when I
Christy
said,
alone cannot do
when
it.
I went there on Sunday,
Especially
I was
with
saying,
men
I
and
don't
women
need by this. I got a
sitting
special
around the
invitation
table who would like
signed
to have
by
his
Dr.
job.
Myles Monroe that I've kept for my
You
archives.
got to free up the
Because I don't get
blessing
those things. And when I saw, I
to
said,
the average
what am I
Bahamian
doing here?
professional,
Why am I really
talented
here?
professionals,
Is it that I have
professionals,
to be a witness to history?
Bahamians
Something's
that are
happening.
professionals
I was
by
witness
way
to
even
the
because of their
first
talents,
Constitution
Mr.
Day,
Christie.
which I believe will last and last.
Do not
and
be
last
afraid
because it's also
to free your
now
people.
the beginning of
Turn
a
this
new day
X
in the
into a
Bahamas.
tick
And so
on the
I
right
realized while I was there that this is what it is. And then,
side.
of course, it was just only yesterday,
This is
in thinking
the
about
symbol
the show for today,
of Amos
that I
reparation
realized something else.
and restoration
I had been
in the
looking
spirit
for some
realm.
people to explain this to me,
Confirmed
to the nation, and it dropped in my lap. I said, thank you.
by the
So here it is.
esoteric view
We have people who
that
have
many
looked at it, done the
among us
research,
have.
it succinctly put and about to be presented.
Thank you,
in a
Steve,
way
once
that
again.
is going to reshape
Thank you,
our thinking,
YouTube.
our consciousness in this nation.
Thank you,
And
Facebook.
I'm happy to say that. Hey,
Thank you,
know,
Twitter.
I'm happy to be along for the ride. I'm
Thank
glad
you,
that
Google
you guys have
Plus.
done this work. I think
Thank
it's
you,
wonderful
Lincoln.
work. And I also
Thank
think
you,
that it's going to go a long
everybody
way helping to shape
on
the
the
debate
7
from an
continents
unbiased position
for
to
recognizing the
one that
242
lacks this heavy emotionalism
in a
that
different
comes with
light,
these kinds of things.
a positive
It's a
light,
vote
a
of
light
attitude. It's
of
well thought out,
righteousness.
it's well balanced, and it's
Righteousness is what
principled.
exalts
It's
this
based
Bahamas,
upon this
Bahamians,
whole,
international
idea of sovereignty of
friends,
nation,
United
based upon
Nations
the
Security
preamble, which is
Council,
just all right
the
with
Right
me.
Honorable
So, in
former
wrapping up,
Prime
I wanna
Minister of
give
the
you a final
country,
say before we call
the
it
Right
a night.
Honorable Hubert
And,
Alexander
our next
Ingram,
session,
son of the
gentlemen,
soil,
will be, I believe,
Mr.
next
Christie,
week, the same time. I'm going to save
Honorable
this next
and
session.
Right
We can
Honorable
adjourn
out of that,
till next-
leading the nation of
Because
God's
we
people,
have to, in fact, do
freedom,
our part. We will be
light,
remiss if we don't do our part. So,
counts
clear the calendars.
to those
That's what came to me.
who
Thursday
turn in
came
its
to me, but
direction.
if that's not a good day,
180-degree
we'll try to
turnaround,
shuffle
this
some
nation
things around and get
must
you back
turn.
early. But you see, if Thursday becomes
Our
a day,
leader
we can do a series
of our
Thursdays
country, the Right
over the
Honorable
next couple of
Prime
weeks until we
Minister,
exhaust this
the
information
Right Honorable
and the people
Member of
got it.
Parliament for
As they
Centerville,
say, I've
Perry
got it.
Gladstone
So,
Christie,
Steve,
refused
thank you very much. I mean, I'm very
to give
humbled
the
that you think
Bahamian
that what
people
we prepared
the
is worthy and
opportunities
that you,
that God has given them.
just further. That is a high compliment.
You should be
because I think
honored
that you
to be
are
able to
trying
sign
raise
off
the
on
intellectual
multi-million-dollar
and if you think we are worthy, then
agreements
we're
with
honored and we
true
will try.
Bahamian,
We do
Bahamians,
believe that it is important to
and
get
mix.
out what has been prepared. And
The
we do
middle
believe
name
it
was
is
here from
important to
everlasting to
continue
the
the dialogue
everlasting.
about the Constitution.
Everyone history started in
Because the
73.
average Bahamian
Before that, it was
probably
majority
doesn't
rule.
know what they
Mine
need to
start
know.
before that.
In fact, on a daily basis,
From the day I
Bahamians
born, from the day my grandfather
taking for granted
sailed the
certain
high
rights that
seas,
they have, and they don't realize it's
to see
actually
that
enshrined in the
Bahamian people
document. So I
not
hope,
starved
and
to
I
death.
just need
Great
obviously to
Britain,
confirm that date is good, but
I
certainly
honor
I'd be more than
your
willing
presence
to do so.
on the planet.
And thank you for the opportunity to
And
be
we
here
thank
today.
you for the
It's
opportunity
been a great discussion.
of allowing
Time
us
has
to
gone
have
very quickly. And I do agree
and
with you that
for
we need
executing
to continue and build on this
such
in
great,
subsequent
awesome
weeks.
responsibility upon a nation, a young nation, give and take the circumstances. So I thank you, but recognize I am the offspring of a great man, Willis Miller, and I demand, as the Bahamian people demand, love and respect. For love and respect, we have given love and we have given respect. Now we're just saying that the natural resources of this country, oh, by the way, Bahamians, ought to be shared